Yeah. There's ice here on the inside though. Yeah, it's enough to just push. Yeah. Break my heart. Okay, it's so slippery, most people won't be walking on this. Only idiots like me. I might break down twice, fish 30 metres and break down twice, I think. It's like an ice rink. A rinky dink dink. I'm just going to use my MTX2. And it's just a little commando mission. I like to use this pole when I'm on a little short session. The rig's already on a winder already. It's already on the winder. All ready to go. Little 1/2 gram riverside blade. So I've just got a cupping kit and a top 3 cupping kit and a top 3 fishing kit. And it's lunchtime now, so I'm hoping the fish think it's lunchtime as well. I want to hook myself. There we are. So that's it, we are. All we've got to do is plumb up and we're ready. Job done. Oh, it looks nice anyway, doesn't it? The big raft of ice right in the middle there, I've just broke it off and it pushed it down. I'm not going to put my Kuna in yet, if at all. We'll just see if we can catch some fish first. Ho ho ho, Merry Christmas. I must be mad. There's snow on the ground. It's like an ice rink walking to the pegs. I've had to shift some ice from the margins already. And it's lunchtime. Hopefully, I'm hungry. Hopefully the fish are as well. I'm going to go a couple of hours, that's all. See if we can catch 10 to a dozen fish. And I've only bought bread and pinkies, so that's what they're going to have. But anyway, Merry Christmas. Let's see if we can catch a few fish. I'm the only angler here, surprise, surprise. And there's not too many people on the bank either, surprise, surprise. But we're in the middle of Stratford on Avon. This is Leamington AA water. And this is the famous Stratford wreck. And it's full of fish, but conditions are definitely against us, so bites will be at a premium. If I can catch 10 to a dozen roach, I'll be more than happy, and I can go home very, very happy. First job is not to blank, but let's get feeding anyway. I've got one rig set up, 13 metres with bread, a few pinkies as well, and that's it. Wish me luck. I can smell strawberries or something. Someone's got some nice perfume on. Right, that rig's set about, I'm going to say that is 5 foot at the moment. Hopefully it's a lot deeper than that, but I don't think it's going to be. Ship out to 13 metres and pray. I might just go another half section further. So it's just there, so that's how we know how deep it is. Put this rig down and let's feed some bait. Take my gloves off to get my bread out. I'll put them back on later if we need to. Actually, my hands aren't too bad. I've put some Vaseline on my hands, which I always do at this time of year, and rub it in as thoroughly as you can. It's that clear, I can see a tyre on the bottom there. So hopefully this is bread, not snow. I've mixed this up on the morning, or sorry, at home before I left. It was still morning when I left. And all I've got is my baked bread, which I've already wetted up, and some gravel and some pinkies. Fine aquarium gravel, that's all you want. And one little golf ball, that's all we need. Maybe a satsuma, shall we say. That's all I'm going to feed. Should go straight down with that gravel. So we're going to feed that downstream, level with that second post. I think we're going to go there. That looks good to me. It should go straight down. Can see it, still see it, boom, it's gone. There we are. I'll be breaking down twice because you still get people going up and down. Believe it or not, I went for 20 minutes lure fishing on the river yesterday near me, and two people cycle past me, one wearing shorts, and then the next thing I know, they've both stripped off and gone for a swim. I thought I was mad. You going for a swim?
Yeah. Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
I know. It's terrible.
Takes all sorts, doesn't it? So there we are, this is our bread. I'm sure the swans don't see that. So we've got 4, 5 and 6 mil punch. Let's just start off just off the bottom. Move that down to there. Just off the bottom with a 5 mil punch. 5 mil is always a nice starting size on the river, I think. Not going to compress the bread or anything, it's just medium sliced Warburtons in the blue packet, which is the best for roach, I think. Use the orange packet for carp and big fish. I'm going to risk dunking my elastic. It's going to stick a little bit. Right, so we fed that bread. If we haven't had a bite after 20-30 minutes, we probably won't. We'll keep the faith. First look, vein it in upstream or straight in front, and by the time it settles it'll be level with where we potted that ball in. So there we are. No surprise, I'm the only person here fishing. Come on, fish. See if we can't get a few quality roach. There's some real quality roach in this river, especially in this town section. It's just whether we can tempt them away from where all the bread gets thrown in, which is over there, where there's probably 100 swans. And I imagine they're a little bit lethargic and reluctant to swim far today. I did see a pike angler actually, so I'm not the only angler here. There was a pike angler further down. He hadn't had a bite. He was just wobbling some dead baits down the river, I think. So I'm not going to run it down too far, because I think any bites we're going to get are going to be on top of that ball of bread. But you know, it might take 10 runs through before we get a bite. Let's keep the faith. -3, -4 when I pulled up. At least -8 last night where I live. And as you can imagine, there's not many places fishable at the moment, unless you break the ice or go on a river. I just wish this was a lot deeper. The worst thing about this place is the £8 it costs to park. I'm just going to keep running that 5 mil punch through to begin with. We go up to 6 and down a 4. But yeah, start on a 5 mil, nice sort of go-to size really. Roach is what we're after, but I'll take anything. If there's any skimmers or bream or chub or dace about. A million, trillion, zillion swans in this bit, as you can imagine, in the middle of a Stratford. But where there's swans and ducks, there are fish. Come on in. Give me a sign. Take my bread punch one more time. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Doo-be-doo-doo-doo. But that bread's staying on lovely anyway. Just straight out of the packet, nice fresh, medium sliced Warburtons. Best roach bread going. If it does start coming off, I'll just press it with my fingertip before I punch it. That's it. I just want it to just go in like candy floss. Yum yum yum. In my tum. So no bites, but we'll keep the faith. If you haven't had a bite after half an hour, haven't really got a plan B. I've give it about a dozen runs through, having a break. Go to Facebook, check up some of my messages. Quick chocolate, and get back out there. If I don't get a bite within the next 5 runs through, I don't think I'm gonna. So fingers crossed there's some fish there now, because I've had that whole clip that's frozen. Like I said, it's going to happen. That's better. At least with puller kits and side pullers and things you can deal with it. And I don't mind using, I tend to use a lighter elastic because sometimes if it does freeze up, it's still going to pull out. Even if you've only got a foot or so of it working, it's better than nothing. So there we are, this is our first look for probably had 15 minutes off. Come on then fish, this is the time. Sun's dropping a little bit, so it's going to get a bit chillier. If a roach is going to feed, now's the time. And so we'll give it half a dozen runs through, 4 and 5 mil punch, and fingers crossed it's going to happen. Come on. I'm just 2 or 3 inches off the deck. There's definitely a bit of a snag down further down. There's dead weed beds and all sorts in this area I know about from the summer. So if it's going to go under, it's going to be somewhere around there. Please, please, please. Just to float out and drop it down. Lifting and dropping definitely works with bread. Seems to work better than most baits, to be fair. Not today, obviously. What am I doing? Come on. Please don't blank. That's a bite or not? I think it was possibly just dragging under. Let's put 4 mil on. It's beginning to look a lot like blanking. Blankety blank blank blank. Swans are coming. Hopefully the fish will follow them. 1, 2, wow, how many are there? Oh, that was a blink. I'm sure that was a blink. It just went ding, ding, ding. I'm sure it was. There is a shadow of my... No, can't be a shadow, the sun's that way. I'm sure I had a little blink then. Oh, yeah, that was a bite, that was a bite, that was a bite. Definitely dinked. Century. I think it'd do it. Let's just scale down a little bit. 2208. Definitely thought I had a little dink which didn't develop. That was a bite. Under. Just as I was giving up, that shot under. Literally, that was my penultimate run through before I was going to give up. Told you we had a little dink. A couple of runs through before, and that one just went straight under. Don't care if it's a gudgeon. In fact, I'll be over the moon if it's a gudgeon. Well, the first mission was 10 to a dozen roach, but now it's just avoid a blank. There's one battery gone. You know it's going to go under now, don't you? Now my batteries are gone. Ooh, ooh. Yeah, we got one. We have got one. I knew they were bite. We've got one. I knew they were there. No roach. Made up with that. So we can catch a few more now. I knew it. I've got a little finger of fudge down here, look. I'm dying to have it. I can't eat it until we've caught another 9 roach. As soon as you get that first bite, you know, you just know You're going to catch a few more now. Come on in. 9 might be a bit optimistic. Should we say another 5? I've actually pushed the float up a little bit more now. I'm going to hold back. Just see if they want it really edged over the top of that feed. So we'll try holding it back hard and fishing it, just holding it over that feed. We're just edging it through half speed. Oh, yes, that worked. Wow. Can't believe that worked. Better roach that. Should we net that one? There we are. 2. Well worth having when you finally get them. Lovely. And just hooked. 2. Oh, hands are cold when you do that. Oh, that worked, didn't it? Fishing over depth and holding back. They're clearly just a bit lethargic. We've had 2 now. Quite interesting that really, because normally I fish off the bottom and you can just run it at speed. I'm fishing that a little bit more over depth. It's a real nice slow bite, so they clearly just sat there not too active, as you can imagine, in this temperature. Worked a treat. I'm just edging it over that ball of feed. It's very satisfying when you make a change and get a bite, but in typical roach fashion we might have to make a few changes, and I'm not putting them in a net, so they might have already gone back and told their mates. Just pleased I haven't blanked. A couple of nice chunky roach. They're like blocks of ice. Come on, let's catch a few more and then we can call it a day. I was going to say 10, but I'm going to stop at 3. It's so cold. The temperature has just plummeted. Now now the sun's gone. So we've come off the deck, no bites. I'm going to go even more over depth next chuck. Oh, tell you what, the temperature has proper plummeted now. Now that sun's gone behind them trees. So I reckon we've got, well, not long. Let's go a lot more over there. Yeah. Fish it almost like we're ligging on with a caster. This might be our last fish. I'm cold. I wasn't, but I am now. We'll have one on this, I'm confident. Fishing over depth with bread. Can't understand why I've been the only one fishing today. Right, holding it back hard now over where I think that ball is. Just inching it through. Oh, yeah. That was definitely a little stab. Come on, yeah. Stay on. We'll net that one as well. That worked, didn't it? I've learned something already today. Learned something from this session. We've been so cold, laying it on a little bit, really edging it through. Lovely. So there you are. Let's put you back, and I'm going to pack away because we've saved a blank. We caught 3 nice roach. Definitely getting cold. Only a fool would carry on fishing in this. One more cast. This is it. This is it. One more fish. Just to prove that fishing over depth and just edging it through has been the way, or the only way to get a bite. The first one was just scraping the bottom, but these 2, the last, straight away. Oh, we might get our 5, we might get our 10 after this. It's instant. There we are. Cool. feeding them all. Instant that, wasn't it? That is a lovely roach. Shall we end on that? It's getting cold. I know I'm going to catch another one, but I like to end on good fish. That's a cracking roach. Let's end on that. Look, I'm going to throw my bread slice away, just so to stop me from fishing on. There we are, lovely roach to end the session with. I'm sure I could catch a few more now. It's definitely roach o'clock, but it's cold. It's a block of ice, this fish. Have a great Christmas, everyone. I'll see you in the new year. That's how cold it is. Look, ice all up there, and I can't even get. Look, I've got a frozen Dacron. I'll just fold it up, pull it away, deal with it when I get home, I think. That will come apart. Deal with that when we get home. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Have a great Christmas, everyone, and I'll see you all in the new year. Here's to loads more Freddos and Fudges. Fudge could be the new Freddo for 2023. What do you reckon? I reckon I've earned this today anyway.